My child, stop and listen to my words. This is not just an ordinary message passing by. Heaven tried to read your heart, but your heart was too heavy to hear my voice. Within my soul, you must have felt something moving, something different from usual. It was not your imagination. It was me. I sent two spirits from heaven to guide, protect, and warn you. But you were too distracted, too busy, too hurt, and too exhausted to notice them. Now, I am speaking to you clearly. Do not ignore these words. Do not just pass this message by. Your future, your peace, and your next step depend on what I am about to say. I have sent a helping hand from heaven, but you must listen not only with your ears, but with your spirit. You are not alone in this hardship you are going through. Even when it felt like everyone had left you, and the silence around you felt so loud, I was by your side. When no one understood your pain, I walked with you. I saw you crying alone when no one was watching. I heard even the prayers in your heart that you did not speak out loud, and I did not ignore them. I moved and I acted. I sent two spirits from heaven. One was to give you wisdom, and the other was to cover you with my protection. But you did not recognize them. You must have felt moments in your heart telling you not to go there. Wait, do not speak yet. There were moments when everything inside you screamed not to trust that person, but you did not know it was my voice speaking through the spirit of wisdom. You might have thought it was just your own thought, but it was a holy warning from heaven. It was my voice. There were days when you felt a sudden peace even while you were crying. There were nights when you should have completely broken down, yet somehow you found the strength to stand up again. That was not your own strength. It was my spirit of protection guarding you. I wrapped you in my shield. When the enemy planned to bring you down, I sent my presence to defend you. There were spiritual battles you did not see, and many traps you did not walk into. It was not because you were lucky, but because I blocked them for you. It is because I sent help, and because I am your Father. But now, I must speak to you directly. Why are you ignoring my warnings? Why do you keep doubting, even though I have continuously shown you what is real and what is fake? Why are you still wasting your time and energy on things I already told you to leave behind? Why do you stay beside people who drain you, even when you know they are not the ones I sent? I showed you the truth. I revealed their hidden, true hearts. Because you asked for an answer, I gave it to you. But you close your eyes once again. Why is that, my child? I am not angry with you. I love you so deeply. But I am warning you again, because what comes next requires your full attention. You must not miss another warning. The enemy is watching you. He is looking for a way to drag you back into that pit I pulled you out of. He is trying to wear you out, hoping you will eventually get tired and give up. But what the enemy failed to calculate is the powerful shield I have placed around you. The spirits I sent are still here, but they need your consent. They need your obedience. You cannot say you trust me while continuously ignoring my voice. You cannot walk your own way while praying for me to show you the right path. My child, your mission is so precious that it cannot be handled lightly. I have already started moving everything. I am precisely aligning people, places, and times just for you. I am placing the right answers in the right spots, but you must be in the right position to receive them. Declare that you rest in the promise of the Lord. If you are holding on to my word, stop moving out of fear. Stop making hasty decisions because of loneliness. Stop going back to the place of past pain just because it feels familiar. I am calling you to a higher and greater place. To go where I lead, you must let go of things that are no longer part of your life story. You cried out, asking why you feel stuck in one place. But I tell you, it is because you have been ignoring my gentle voice. I soothed you to stay still, but you ran as if escaping. I told you to wait, but you hurried. I warned you many times through dreams, through waiting, and through discomfort, but you did not think it was me. You considered it a disappointment and a total rejection, but it was my protection to guard your calling toward me. There are blessings I withheld not to punish you, but to save you. There were relationships I ended because I knew they would eventually destroy you, not because I wanted to hurt you. There were closed doors you sobbed in front of, but because I knew what was lurking beyond those doors, I could smile with relief watching over you. And now, I am opening completely new doors. but you must be able to recognize them. You must be able to listen to my words when I tell you to go and when I tell you to wait. The spirit of wisdom is still by your side. Listen carefully. You will begin to feel that small voice again, in your conversations, in your thoughts, and in small things. When you intuitively feel something is wrong, that is my spirit telling you to pay attention. When you feel a deep peace, even though it does not fit the situation at all, that is my spirit saying, it is me. Never ignore that. The spirit of protection is still by your side. Sudden delays, canceled plans, and last-minute changes are not always attacks from the enemy. Sometimes, it is my hand quickly pulling you away from a destruction that could have shattered your soul. You only see a very small part of the story, but I see the beginning and the end. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I see what you cannot see. My child, try trusting me again. The enemy has constantly tried to shake you. He whispered lies into your ears without rest. He tried to make you feel like a forgotten existence. He tried to convince you that nothing would change in the future. But he is a liar. You are chosen. You are never defeated. The fact that you are still standing, breathing, and fighting fiercely is the evidence of my amazing power working in your life. The enemy tried to destroy you completely, but I held you firm. And now, I tell you very clearly, within the next few days, I will show you clear evidence. I will send you a very personal sign that only you can recognize. You will know instantly that it is me. You will feel my peace deeply and hear my voice clearly. But when I speak, do not delay at all. Obey immediately. The answers you have been seeking are coming. The change you wanted so much is already moving. The peace you hungered for is being released into your life at this very moment. But my command remains the same. Stay close to my side. Do not run ahead of me. Do not be swept away into places I never sent you by people's words, fear, or the pressure of time. My beloved child, I love you deeply. I have been very patient and have waited a long time. But now, the time has come for you to stand up powerfully. You must not stay in fear forever. You must not be trapped in the past. Your calling is much greater than the pain you have experienced. What I have prepared for you is so brilliant and valuable that it will more than compensate for every tear you have shed. Every delay had a reason. Every closed door had a holy purpose. The many nights you spent in tears alone will soon be perfectly understood. Do not lightly ignore this warning. Do not drown out my voice with vain distractions. I am speaking to you clearly now. The spirits I sent are watching over you, protecting you thoroughly, and guiding you. Stay in the place of prayer constantly. Keep your place firm. Your spiritual breakthrough is not far off. It is much closer than you think. Now, take a deep breath and listen to my words again. I am with you, I am for you, and I go before you. No matter what the enemy has done, he can never stop the wonderful things I will do in your life. You have carried too much for too long. Not only the burdens of life, but endless questions, deep sadness, and long silences from heaven. You must have wondered if I am still speaking to you, still leading you, and still working in your life. And now I tell you the truth. I have never stopped for a single second. When all your strength was gone and you collapsed, it was me who carried you. When fearful thoughts rushed in like a storm, it was me who covered and protected your heart. When you did not even know what terrible thing was approaching, it was me who set up an invisible, unbreakable barrier between you and danger. You might have completely forgotten those moments of crisis, but I have not forgotten any of them. Even in those moments of despair when you thought I was silent, I am recording and remembering every situation where I intervened in your life. You have never walked this rough road alone. Others might not have seen your pain, but I was watching you. My eyes of love have never, not for 1 second, turned away from you. Do you remember something whispering deep in your soul to keep going on the days you wanted to give up everything? That was not just something unknown. It was a spirit I sent to give you the strength to stand up again. That voice that instantly cut off your destructive thoughts when they were spiraling out of control. That was my wisdom whispering that this is absolutely not the end. That feeling that strongly told you not to trust that person's voice or to turn away from that fatal decision immediately. That was my mercy that perfectly protected you from the trap cleverly set before you. You asked with tears, Lord, why is my life so heavy and harsh? I answer you, it is because you did not lean on me fully and walked only with your own strength. You were carrying heavy burdens all by yourself that you were never allowed to carry alone. I never once asked you to solve all those complex problems by yourself. I only asked you to take my hand and follow me. But you too often followed the fear inside you. You followed the people of the world who do not know me, and you followed emotions that change like waves every hour. I know well that your intentions were not bad. You probably just wanted to feel something familiar and safe. But now I am completely changing the direction of your steps. I am realigning your journey. The warnings I kept giving you were not to scare you. They were to save you. They were messages of my deep mercy. The two spirits I sent were there not only to block danger, but to prepare the glorious path promised to you. When you ignored those uncomfortable feelings, thinking they were just your mood, you missed the first small whisper. When you forced my spirit to be silent with the noise of the world, you missed the second whisper. But I never stopped speaking to you. I sent this message now to reach you once more. This is not a coincidence. This is not just a video that happened to appear on an algorithm. This is my holy intervention, turning the compass of your life. The new things to come will be completely different from what you have known so far, because something unimaginably greater is near. I am trying with all my might to get your attention now. You can never move into this new chapter with the same mindset as before. You can never take old, rotten habits into this new territory. Above all, you must not be spiritually asleep. There are spiritual reasons why everything around you has felt strange and uncomfortable lately. I am calling you to a much higher place. That unknown discomfort you feel when you are around certain people is not you judging them hastily. It is the spiritual discernment I gave you. The way you were suddenly pushed away from the path you thought you desperately wanted is not chaos in your life. It is my strong hand redirecting you to the right destination. I am guiding your steps minutely. I am making sure you do not vainly walk into a place where my name was never written in the first place. The delay you are painfully experiencing now is never my rejection. It is my most perfect timing. If I had given you what you cried for before you were ready, it would not have been a blessing but a terrible stone that would weigh you down and destroy you. So, for your safety and future, I have put it on hold for a while. Now I am working fiercely behind the invisible stage. Not only am I changing situations and environments for you, but I am newly shaping the person you are so that you can handle the amazing things I have planned. So, my beloved child, you must be thoroughly awake. You must watch and keep guard. You must prick up your ears to my voice. The enemy is still whispering in your ear, still watching you, and still struggling to pull you back to the past. His plan is not creative at all. It is just boringly repetitive. He tries to make you deviate from my destination using the same temptations, deceptions, and the same people who broke you. He uses the same destructive, vicious cycles. But if there is one thing completely different from the past, it is that you now clearly know the truth. You have heard my true voice before, and you have felt my warm guidance deeply. And in the depths of your soul, you already intuitively feel what I am saying to you now. Do not make cowardly excuses anymore for the things I strongly commanded you to leave a long time ago. Do not foolishly justify staying in a place where my peace has already left without a trace. Stop the futile act of planting precious seeds over and over again in soil that is completely contaminated. I have a new and vast land for you. I have perfectly prepared new and glorious places where you will bloom dazzlingly. But you must first boldly take your feet off that past place where I never commanded you to go. The two spirits assigned to you are still firmly guarding your side. Wisdom will help you discern what is a holy thing from me and what is a deception. It will speak minutely in the stillness and will come as a quiet thought or a sudden thumping of the soul. Do not dismiss it as trivial. Listen, protection will surround you on all sides like a sturdy shield. You were perfectly protected. That accident that almost happened, that plan that suddenly went wrong, that door that slammed shut right before you entered, that was my shield that saved you and my strong hand. You cried out toward heaven, God, do you even care about me at all? I tell you now, looking into your eyes, when no one in the world cared about you, I took care of you dearly. When you were completely forgotten, I looked after you. When others saw only your seemingly fine outward appearance and knew nothing of the bloody battle going on inside you, I closely examined and embraced you as you bled. I care for you and love you so much that I am delivering this message to you directly at this moment. You ask me repeatedly when this terrible situation will finally change. I answer that it is when you finally listen completely to my words. Even if it feels strange and scary when you finally start to trust what I show you, when you start to obey willingly before you understand and calculate everything with your head, right then, every situation will be overturned. Doors that no being in the world can block or close will swing wide open right then. You must deeply realize that your next step is so holy. You are no longer one wandering lost, but one receiving the guidance of the King. Now, every single day of your life is so important. Every single decision has meaning. You are now entering a holy season where spiritual alignment with me is much more important than opportunities the world gives. Just because something looks flashy and good on the outside does not mean it is a blessing from me. I will give you a calm peace, not a pressured feeling of being chased. I will give you an unshakable conviction, not confusion. I will lead you gently and warmly, without forcing. That is the spiritual way to discern my will. But I will also test your voluntary will. I will allow a season of quiet silence to see if you still seek me even when nothing is visible. That is never to break you, but to build your inner self as deep and hard as a diamond. I will allow temporarily unanswered prayers to make your heart anchor back to me from the world, because the path ahead of you is very heavy and glorious. You can only handle it if you take deep root on the rock. You must go beyond just being emotionally excited. So now I ask you, will you trust me again? Will you give me a yes of complete obedience with your actions, not just lip service? Will you stop enough from the speed of the world to hear my voice very clearly? Will you give up your initiative so that the spirits of heaven I sent can lead you completely? This is not just a matter of a breakthrough in a situation. This is about the great process of becoming your true self. Now I declare, in the coming days, I will start to show you everything as clear as crystal. I will clearly reveal who the real people are who truly for you. I will ruthlessly remove the things sent by the enemy to distract you. I will blow away the thick fog that was covering your thoughts and heart in an instant. I will breathe new and powerful conviction into your soul, and you will realize that it was me. So do not delay. This time, never ignore my signal. Throw away the trashy things that scream to get your attention but give no spiritual nourishment to your holy mission. I have prepared much more for you than you can imagine. Greater and more brilliant things are waiting for you. Your name will be called gloriously in new and high places you have not even stepped on yet. Your complete obedience will be the key to that iron door. You have walked with heavy steps, carrying many doubts and questions. You have carried a heart full of complex thoughts that you couldn't tell anyone. It's not because you didn't want to speak. You didn't know how to explain that heavy emotion your soul feels. This is not just superficial sadness. It's something much more painful and deep. It's the weight of deep disappointment you couldn't speak out, and the bitter pain of expectations shattered against the wall of reality. It's also that silent, lonely frustration of struggling to be strong somehow on the outside, while feeling like you're about to collapse on the inside. But I see all of that without missing a single thing. I see the secluded place where you swallowed your tears alone to keep from breaking down.